Good afternoon, children. Okay. Good afternoon, children. Today we are going to discuss about the sums which were given in exercise number 11.1. Day before yesterday I had given you the formulas which are related to the rectangle as well as square, circle, to find out the area of the circle or perimeter of the circle. And for parallelogram also I told you. Okay. So today we are going to solve those sums which are related to these figures. Okay. First, exercise number 11.1. Everybody, exercise number 11.1. First sum. Everybody, open your sum. See, duster नहीं है क्या? Exercise number 11.1. Sum number 1. Everybody, look at that sum in your textbook. Sum, first sum. How I am going to solve this first sum? That is. See, a square and a rectangular field with measurements as given in the figure have the same perimeter. Which field has a larger area? First sum, everybody look at your textbook, page number 170. Here, one square was given. This is a square and this is a rectangle. Square was 60 meters, rectangle is 80 meters. This is length. Understand or not? So this one will be the breadth of the square as well as the rectangle. A square and a rectangular field with measurements as given in the figure have the same perimeter. Which field has a larger area? So, is the square area is larger or the rectangle area is larger? First, what you have to do? See, in square, what is the formula? What are the actual features of the square? Square is having all sides are equal in square. It means this is also 60 meters. This is also 60 meters. This is also 60 meters only in square. But in rectangle, length, both sides lengths are equal, but we didn't know the width of this rectangle. So let it think as x. Okay? If it is x, the opposite side of its width is also x. Understand? So what is the formula for area of a square? Area of a square. How can we find it? Area of a square is equal to side square. Side into side. Okay? For finding out the area of the square is side into side. And area of a rectangle, what is the formula for finding out the area of a rectangle? Area of a rectangle is length into breadth. Length into breadth. Okay, area of a rectangle is length into breadth. Area of a square, one side we know. So all the sides we know in a square, because all the sides are equal. If the measurement of one side was given, then automatically all the sides are having the same measurement. So the area of the square here is 60 m into 60 m. And area of rectangle. So what is the formula for finding out the area of rectangle? Here length into breadth. Here length we know, that is 80 meters. 80 meters into breadth, how much we thought? X. Okay? Understand? We didn't know the breadth. That's why we have taken x as our breadth. So 60 is 3600 meter into meter. It will become meter square. Okay? Is equal to, now see, is equal to, now we are equalizing both these measurements because of whose measurement is we have to find out what is the others. Wait a minute. So first we came to know see square field. This is the square and rectangular field with measurements are given in the figure has the same perimeter. Sorry, I am finding out the area. Actually, they are having the same. Oh, sorry. They have the same perimeter. Both are having the perimeter. Which field has a larger area? I am correct only. Area, first area of a square is, what is the area of the square rule? That is side into side. Okay or not? Side we know, if one side is 60 meters, automatically all the sides are also 60 meters. So the area of this square is 3600 meters. Okay? And area of the rectangle. What is the area of the rectangle here, see rectangle field, that is uh, square area is this one and rectangle field area. First what we have to find out here, we have to find out the what are equal here. First what are equal here, perimeters are equal both this, sorry, perimeter of the perimeter of first what are equal to both these figures, this square's perimeter and this rectangle perimeter are equal. That's why perimeter of square is, what is the formula, 4 into side. Both are equal. Now first we have to equalize both these measurements, then only we can find out the breadth of this rectangle. So perimeter of a rectangle is, perimeter of rectangle is, what is the formula for finding out the perimeter of rectangle, that is 2 into L plus B or 2L plus 2B. It means L plus L, 2L, B plus B, 2B. Understand, 2 into L plus B. So here 4 into side we know that is 60 meters here. So 4 60s are 240 meters here, this one, and that is equal to the perimeter of the rectangle. Both this actually perimeter as well as square are both are having the same perimeter. Understand, square as well as the rectangle. So what we have done, 4 into 60 equal to 40. It should be equalized with the perimeter of the rectangle. That is 2 into, here we came to know, we know about the length of this rectangle only, that is 80 mm. 80 plus we didn't know the breadth. That's why we have taken breadth as x. Otherwise you can write simply b only here. Right, b means breadth. So you can write b here only. Okay. So 240 is equal to 162 into 80. 160 plus 2 into b, 2b. Okay. Now what we have to do, 240. Both these perimeters are equal. That's why we have to equalize them. Then what happens? If you want to find out the value of the 2b, then what will happen? 240 is equal to this from this side. If the 160 is coming, this is the plus 160. If we brought it here, it will become minus 160 is equal to 2b here. And 240 means 250 if we are subtracting, then what will come? 160 if we are subtracting, 80 will come. 80 is equal to 2b here. This is the value of 2b, 80. So if you want to find out the value of the b is equal to 80 by 2. Understand or not? B came this side and 80 go, it went that side. And 2 is multiplying the b. If it is then so it is dividing the 80 here. Is equal if we are changing the actually numbers, if we are actually changing their positions, multiplication will become the division, plus will become the subtraction. Okay, so b, the value of the b here is equal to 40. For finding out the area of the square, first what we have to, actually what they are saying, in the sum they had given the measurements and they had given two figures also, one is square and another is rectangle. And what they are saying, both these figures are having the same perimeter, their perimeter is same. But check whether what they are having, which field has a larger area. Find out which field is having the larger area. So if their perimeter is same, you have to find out the area of these two figures. But for finding out the square's area, we have the measurement here because all the sides in the square are equal. That's why we know each side is 60 meters only here. But for finding out the area of the rectangle, we should know about the value of the breadth also. We didn't know what is the value of the breadth. For finding out the breadth, what we have to do? First, we have to equalize the value of perimeter of a square with perimeter of a rectangle. Okay? That only I have done here. So that we got the value of the b here, that is 40. If it is 40, opposite sides are equal in a rectangle. So here also it is 40. Understand that? So now we have the measurements of both the figures. So what is the rule for finding out the area of the square as well as now which figure is occupying the larger area? That we have to find out. Okay? So first is the square is occupying a larger area or the rectangle. So then what we can do? Area of the square is equal to of the square is equal to, what is the rule for finding the area of the square? That is side into side. Okay, that is equal to 60 60 into 60. Okay, that is equal to 60 meters into 60 meters. Now 60 into 60 I have written here. 3600 meter into meter square. While you are estimating the perimeter of a given sum, then it's actually whatever the this one units, they never change it. But if you are going to find out the area of a given figure, then it will become the square of that unit. Okay. But here, what is the area of rectangle? Area of rectangle. You can ask me, madam, why we have to find out the directly we can find out the area of the square and the area of the rectangle. But for finding out the area of the rectangle, we should know about the breadth of the figure. So if we don't know the breadth, how can we find it? That's why if we know that their perimeters are equal, first to equalize their values, perimeters of both these figures. While equalizing, you can solve the whatever the sum was given. Through that, you can find out the value of the b here. Afterwards, area of rectangle is length into breadth. Length into breadth. First, we were finding out what is the value of the breadth. After getting that, now we are finding out its area. Rectangle. 80 is the length, 80 meters, 40 meters is the breadth here. 40 meters. So 80, 40 means 0. Here is 1 0, here is 1 0. So directly you can take 2 zeros here. Simply you can multiply these two digits. 8 4 ja 32. So it is meter square. You can say meter square or square meter. Both are same only. So the area of a rectangle is 3200 meter square, and the area of the square is 3600 meter square. So which field has the larger area? So here square has the larger area. Understand or not? So first, to solve this sum, first you have to find out the breadth of this rectangle. For finding out what you have to do, both these perimeters are equal. That was given, measurements given in the figure has the same perimeter, because they were saying their perimeters are same. So we have to find out their perimeters and you have to equalize their values. And while doing so, you can find out the value of the breadth also. After getting the value of the breadth of this rectangular field, you can use the formula and you can easily find out its area also. Understand or not? So everybody by heart the formulas of the area and perimeter of each and every figures which were given in our textbook. This is the solution for the sum number 1. So sum number 2. See. What is sum number 2? See, before doing a sum, read the sum properly first. Mrs. Kaushik has a square plot with the measurement as shown in the figure. Actually, she has a square plot. This is a square plot. Mrs. Kaushik has. And she wants to construct a house in the middle of the plot. A garden is developed around the house. Understand? See, in the middle of the plot, actually she wants to construct a house, but the house is in rectangle shape because the measurements are given here. See here, the length of this house is 20 meters, breadth is 15 meters. Okay, and this is the square plot. Outside area is square plot. It is 25 meters. 25 meters. So this is house. Okay, she wants to develop a garden around the house at the rate of 55 per meter square. It means for 1 meter square area she has to pay 55 rupees. So what is that? So how much she has to pay for finding out it? So first what we have to do? See, first what we can to do? We have to find out. See, we know what is the length and breadth of the house, the area which was occupied by the house. And we know this is a rectangle because it has different measurements for length as well as the breadth also. See here also, if it is 15, then this side also 15 meters. Okay, and if it is 20 meters, this one is also 20 meters. Okay, so these are the measurements of the house. These are the perimeter measurements of the house. And outside area is square in shape. All the sides are equal. This is 25 meters. This is 25 meters. So, if you want to, what is the question she asked? She wants to construct a house in the middle of the plot. A garden is developed around the house. Find the total cost of developing garden around the house at the rate of 55 rupees per meter square. So, how many meter square area the garden was occupying? So, what is the area? This is the garden around the house. So, what is the area? First, we have to find out how much area the garden was occupying. If we know that, then only we will know if 1 square meter square is a 1 meter square is 1 meter square costs 55 rupees. How many meter squares we will get? That area, how much area the garden is occupying? First we have to find out. How can we find that area? So how to find that area? See, outside area is a square. So how? Actually the plot is in square shape. It means the plot Mrs. Kaushik has in square shape. In which shape? In square shape. Okay. So the area it occupied is how much area it occupied is? So this is in square shape. What is the formula for finding out the area of a square field? Side into side. Okay. Side into side. So what is the one side measurement is 25 meters. And all the sides are equal in a square. So second side is also 25 meters. Don't write M here at the end of this. If you write, you can write it. 25 is 625 meters square. See, the area, the whole plat was occupied. The area which was occupied by the whole plat is 625 meter square. And now what we have to find out? See, inside this plat actually she had a house. The area, the house is in which shape? Actually, the shape of the house is not mentioning in your sum. But actually, see, here they have given the length as well as the breadth of this given house. So, length is greater than the breadth. It means both are having the different measurements, means it is in the rectangular shape. So, the house, the area the house occupied is, so it is in rectangular shape. So, what is the formula for finding out the area of a occupied is? It is in rectangular shape. Is length into breadth. Okay, so now the length is, because you can write it here, because house is in rectangular shape. Because house is in rectangle shape. Okay, length is 20 meters and breadth is 15 meters. So the area the house occupied is 300 meters square. Meter into meter is meter square. So now we got the area the whole plat occupied is 625 meters square. The inside that area, the house occupied is 300 meters square. So the remaining area which was lying there is, the garden is occupying the remaining area. So how much area the the garden occupied is? Now what we can do, the area the garden occupied, is, what we have to do? The whole area may say how much area the house is occupying, that much if we are subtracting, the remaining area is the occupied by the garden. Is, see, 625 meters square minus the area occupied by the house. You can write here also the whole area of the plat minus the area occupied by the house. That is equal to 325 meters square. This is the area occupied by the garden. So, for 325 meters square area, for 1 meter square area, actually the total cost of developing a garden around the house at the rate of, for 1 meter square, you have to pay, for 1 meter square, the total cost to develop garden is, equal to 55 rupees. Okay, for 1 meter square. For 325 meter square, the total cost is 325 into 55. Okay. For 1 meter square, 55 rupees. For 325 meter square, 325 into 55. 5 5s are 25, 2. 5 2s are 10 plus 2, 12, 1, 5 3s are 15, 16. Okay. Here, see again, we are multiplying the same number with 5 only. That's why we can write the same answer here. You have to left one space from your right side. So 5, 7, 8, 7, 1. 17,875 rupees it costs to develop a garden around the house. Understand or not? So, is anyone is having any doubts? Can you understand this sum properly? Do you have any doubts in this? So this is simply, we have to think it only. Even sometimes I am also confusing what we are doing, but read the sum 2 or 3 times, then you will get an idea how to do this one. Okay? You got it now? Is anyone is having any doubts? Over time. So tomorrow I will actually, if you can do it, try to solve the sums 3, 4 and 5. If anyone is having, tomorrow again I will explain the sums. Afterwards we will learn about how to find out the area of trapezium, and whatever the formulas day before yesterday I told you, everybody write each formula 5 times. I told you what are the formulas, some formulas I told you day before yesterday to find out the area of the square, what are the formula to find out the perimeter of a square, and what are the formulas to find out the area of a circle, and perimeter of a circle, what are the formulas to find out actually area of a trapezium, some trapezium I didn't say to you, parallelogram. All these things the day before yesterday actually we were discussing. Again try to revise those formulas. So write those formulas 5 times each and try to solve these two sums also. Okay.